first layer of the stencils here. If you come look closely enough, here before I just got the dark blue and then I add some highlight to it. Okay, the nice things about it, you can keep adding highlight to it until you're satisfied. And now I want to add my second layers of stencils to it. Okay, I want to play a bit with the idea of obstacle illusions. So because it's also like a watermelon, but make sure the first layer is completely dry before you dab the second layers on. And you will see actually this line is the negative of whatever the reversal is. So I need to lay them down very carefully onto the work, the piece of work, and I have to double check. Because it's so close, so it's hard to, I need to double check for several times. I don't want to ruin my work, okay? So now it's okay. Now because it's part of it is watermelon, that's why I choose the opposite colors of the blue. So which mainly I will use mainly is orange. With the highlight, I will want to get some yellow, and for the darker shades, maybe I want to just add a little bit of red in it. Alright, so the nice things about using this, because you can flip it over and then you can just keep using it. Remember, the first thing is you don't need to add any water. You just dab on it, make sure it's kind of nice. Okay, for instance, maybe you don't want a orange that sharp color. So what you can do is, I will suggest you is to dilute it with a bit white, so that it's not that strong. I think just now the orange is too dominant. I want it to be a bit quiet, so I want to dilute it a little bit. This is more like what I want. Okay, so let's back to the work. Always think about the color scheme before you really start working on your work. Okay? So now I was doing the bottom layer for it. So later on I will add some yellow and red as I suggested. But you still need to think about where the lights are, the light colors are, and where the darkness color are. Because it tends to be, I want this part to be more white, because I don't want it to be too heavy. That's why I was working on the top mostly. I'll just leave this part white, but I will just gently dab some colors in it. And while on the top, I will try to put more colors. Okay. And now I would like to add a bit more stronger orange to the top only, so it won't be too much. So for the highlights, I want to add a little bit of yellow in it. And so the white area will be tinged with a little bit yellow. Okay, again, we can check. Remember, one hand keep holding it while you lift it up. Yay, do you see that? Yeah, I think I love that. So I just lift it all the way up. Yay! So isn't that lovely? So what I will finish up with, I will add the typography on top, and then I will come back with the typography with you. See you. Now what with the typography, so I decided to use these kind of very long elongated text on it. So what I'm doing it right now, I was drafting on a piece of draft paper. So this is the actual size, but I'm afraid I'm going to ruin it. So I tell you a trick, we're going to transfer to it. Okay, so if you have any pen that have no color, that's great. Put one inside your art case, okay? Because I'm going to scratch on it, so we will have a mark on it. Okay, so I did it several times. Okay, since I want to have a bit more spacing, so I just lay down my ruler and then I move it down. My paper. Okay, if you like, you can just draw them a bit more spacious, because at the last minute I felt like I want a bit more space, so I moved it like that. So better you have the spacing. What's the spacing mean? That means the space in between these two words, that's called spacing. Okay, make sure the spacing is already well calculated, so you no need, just like me, have to move it. Okay, so what's that in it? Basically, actually, you already got the mark. Do you see that, the mark of it? Yay. Okay, so now we take our marker and then sit closely with it. Okay, you can have your word next to you as reference. Okay, so I want to use marker. This is a very good marker. I want to introduce to you 蜻蜓牌係啦，水溶性 marker. Okay, so it's very nice. It's got a pointed head, so you can give me a bit more like calligraphy style. But of course, you have to use the tip. Understand? Nice. Okay. Oh no! What happened to this piece of paper? See? Oh, I mixed it with that, so now it screwed up my work. Doesn't matter, you know the idea, ignoring the purple part. Okay, just ignoring the purple part. I screwed up at the last minute. And then like that, okay? It's a very bad example of the last minute work. See, because of that, it was laying on top and I didn't know that I was putting here. I don't know. Anyway, hope you can avoid this mistake, okay? And have fun and joy.